I was sitting here about to pay my card or whatever, and I'm just sitting here like, bruh, I can't stand credit cards. But hold on, hold on. Now, I don't know. I always be saying, acting like I see something. All right, so I'm about to pay my card off, right? And granted, I've just had a credit card for like 2 years now, right? So last year, I started using it for the first time. You know what I mean? And you owe people, but I paid my minimum off. Now, my thing is that I didn't know that I wish somebody would have told me, or I never would have started paying or using that card to begin with, is that if you use the card and you don't pay them niggas, they can tax you more than what your card limit is. That's crazy. I did not know that shit when it was when I was getting the card or whatever, because I was like trying to figure out like how the fuck is everybody in credit card debt, or not everybody, but how do people end up in credit card debt, right? So hold on. So what I did was I started using my shit, right? I started spending, and I'm still paying these niggas back, but I ain't paying the full thing, so I'm just paying them enough to pay the minimum. So I'm just spending the minimum, spending the minimum. Okay. I get around close to my limit. I think I might have been like 100, maybe 100 and some change off my full limit. And then I was like, shit, joking. I'm gonna go ahead and spend this last little bit and let's just not pay these niggas back. Fuck it. I'll give them $8,000 whenever I'm ready. One of my peoples told me, you do that, you gonna give them more than 1,000. I'm like, what you mean? They was like, yeah, if you owe them bread and you have, let's say, a minimum of 2,000, you could get taxed farther than 2,000. How can you tax me more than what I can use? That's crazy, but that's how people get caught up in credit card debt. I understand that shit now. Because when these people online be talking about that shit, they don't never mention that. I watch a lot, a lot of people on YouTube that talk about money, some way, shape, or form. And when it comes to this credit card shit, they don't tell you, hey, yo, you could get credit. I mean, you can owe more than what your card limit is. And I feel like that is something, ain't no way in hell I'm not the only one that didn't know that shit. Because there's no way. But again, I'm not one of them people that like to borrow money. I like cash. If I can't afford it, I can't do it. So that's what I'm saying. A credit card in my mind is like unnecessary because it's borrowing money. But you know what I mean? As my ventures got deeper, I'm gonna need that shit here and there. You know what I mean? But if you use it, just make sure you have the money for it. So don't use none of that shit if you don't have no money to match it. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Whatever you got in credit, you should have in cash at all fucking times if you plan on using your credit card. I had to learn that shit. Y'all learn the same damn thing. At least with me, I was still paying a minimum. You feel what I'm saying? So it's cool. But yeah, I wish somebody would have told me that shit because I never would have had my card reach damn near its maximum point if I knew that I could just, I mean, if they could tax me farther than what my car limit was, I wouldn't have never went that far. You feel what I'm saying? Now I understand why they say at the most they want to see. I mean, people be telling me, yo, if you do end up in credit card debt, try to make sure it's only like 30% of your card. Yeah, I see why, because that's crazy, man. And the fact that, I don't know if y'all know it, but if you do it, and then you put yourself in credit card debt, that is financial illiteracy at its finest. Because how you gonna tell me you knew this shit and you still maxed out your credit cards? What kind of shit is you on and didn't have a way to pay these niggas back? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ease my words. If you didn't know this shit like me, because like I said, I'm not big on borrowing money. That is how a lot of people get ate up. They max their cards out, don't have the money to pay them, and then interest. Don't do that. If you don't want to be in that kind of debt, don't do that. I don't know too much about student loans, so I can't tell y'all nothing about that. Um, I'm not. I'm not. Hell no. Because they want thousands and thousands of dollars. If I ever get one, and apparently some people, they apparently already paid, but they still getting taxed more. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm good on that. I already know I owe my, I mean, not owe, but I gave my credit card more money than I spent. So they got they lick off of that. But I'm about to have that shit done. Because I'm tired of these niggas taking my money and just add whatever interest they want every rate. That's crazy. But shit, if you didn't know, don't max out your cards because they will go. See, in my mind, I guess, all right, so in my mind, I'm thinking people just had high credit cards. When I hear somebody say, oh, I owe $10,000 in credit card debt, I'm just thinking, yo, this bitch got a big ass credit card debt. They don't really say how many credit cards they have, so the first thing that's coming to my mind is, okay, you had credit cards with a lot of money on them. That's it. That's all I be thinking. I don't think, yo, they taxing you more than what the fuck you owe. That just sounds wild, man. I'm telling you, boy, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, if I'm the only one in this, that's cool. I'll be like that. Like I said, I'm not good at borrowing money. If I can't buy it, I don't want it. And if I can't buy it 5 times over, I can't afford it. That's just how I operate. But yeah, let me go ahead and pay these niggas off while I'm talking about them. But I'll holler at y'all later.